Kate is still here. Homer is here. The cat is here. Oh, we don't even get to see the videos. No. Shannon doesn't drink, huh? But Conway does. He's probably having fun at the rum colony now. The shelves are full of dusty tapes. Some have been relabeled several times, the stickers piling up thick on their spines. Birds? Blue-black morning swings across the screen. The birdwatcher tramps through dewy grass. He stops with a wet grunt and rests the camera on a pile of rocks. Birds from Great Distances, episode 12, appears briefly on the screen. He twists the lens by hand, pushing the frame past trees onto the road and coming to a halt zoomed in on a fuzzy, fist-sized artifact resting on the momentary stroke of a telephone wire. Shannon and the birdwatcher observe. He breathes heavily, and she holds her breath, like she's afraid he might hear, afraid of distracting him, or of being discovered and contaminating his perfect isolation. Traffic picks up, indifferent. As the sky lightens, the black smudge in the center of the frame gradually becomes more prominent, but never in any greater detail. Not bad. It's like a nature documentary. Oh. Maybe no more birds. What is that? That awful hum. It seems to start before Shannon even hits play. Then there's the familiar room. There are these blank gray walls marked with tape and school desks, and this time she notices a few more details. The murky carpet like standing water, some video equipment stashed in the corner, a row of lockers. School? And there's Weaver, looking serenely at the camera. As before, she starts speaking, and as before, there's no sound but that hum. Shannon finds Weaver's words coming back to her as they appear in captions on the screen. Mail, school, and these magnificent tragic horses. Go underground, as deep as you can go. The air is cool, and the earth is damp, and when you close your eyes, you are surrounded by the dead. Remember where that is? You'll find your way from there. Oh, is she talking about the cave? The cave that Joseph was in? I think this place is what you're looking for. Some of it will wash away soon, but I think you'll be happy here, even without the mail, school. Oh, is it looping? Remember that in the beginning, Shannon started following Conway because Weaver said that going to the mines, for Shannon, she'll find something that she's looking for there. What am I looking for? The text repeats for a few minutes, and Shannon stops the tape. Weird. There's Will. Will talking to Kate. Well, we're not drinking some alcohol here, so might as well look through all of these. Funeral thing. Or more birds. Start with that. It's raining heavily, as the title, Birds from Great Distances, episode 27, flashes on screen. She knows by the sound, the volley of rainwater on mud, tree branches, the rusted bed of an old pickup, and on the birdwatcher's own skin and hair. He swears under his breath. She can hear the rain there too, in his wet breath and the wet exclamation of his palm, slopping the water from his forehead and shoulders. The camera is pointed at a cedar shed with one hinge door angling erratically in the storm. From this distance, it's hard to tell if it's been damaged or simply left open. When the door swings wide, she can see that the shed is full of small boards, scraps, maybe, or rough-cut pieces meant for very small projects, and is stacked carelessly on shelves in piles, quickly sorted and then forgotten. And there's a bird, a blue ball taking shelter on the shed floor, nested in scrap wood. A bird in the storm. What do animals do in the storm? I guess they find shelter somewhere? Like what this bird has done? Must be tough. Oh, some have been relabeled several times. Birds again. No. Funeral thing? Ooh, sounds weird. Sounds ominous. An elderly couple sit on folding chairs in the middle of a TV studio, undecorated except for a funeral lily in a thin blue vase on the table. The lights are a bit too dim to make out their features. She reads from a newspaper with unhurried efficiency. Gloria B. of Munfordville passed away on Monday at her residence. Survivors include her children, Dakota, Montana, Minnesota, and Bobby, and all of Munfordville. These names are all so olden. Minnesota? A person named Minnesota? A memorial service will be held 7 p.m. Thursday at Hatton Huffman Funeral Home in Munfordville, with cremation to follow. She never knew Gloria. He thinks he may have heard the name, wondering aloud if she ever worked at a cafe down there in Munfordville. The woman who ran that place was once called Gloria, or maybe still is. They take a call. Someone who knew Gloria B., if not very well. The caller once installed a satellite dish at Gloria's house, at 900 square foot, ranch-style home on 2 acres at a dead end, backed by weeds and pine. When the caller mounted the ladder up to Gloria's roof, she slid open her window and tugged urgently at his pant leg. He followed her gaze behind the house to 2 wild turkeys picking through the weeds. Gloria and the caller watched, silent and still, as the huge birds foraged obliviously into the trees. Then he installed the satellite dish. A neat little story with someone who's not even all that involved in Gloria's life. But he called in. Called in? Makes it sound like a talk show or something. But that was a funeral thing. Art thing. Ah! At first, she thinks the video might be paused, but on closer inspection, she can see the edges of the frame shrinking inward around the chairs, desk, and loose gray furniture of a sterile waiting room. Hospital? She watches for a while. She's not sure for how long. Several minutes. The zoom tightens so gradually that she sometimes forgets it's happening at all, and finally rests on an oscillating desk fan. She ejects the tape before the next part of the triptych begins. What is a triptych? Let's look it up. triptych? A work of art, usually a panel painting, that is divided into 3 sections. Okay. Okay. Shannon is an engineer, so art stuff might not be all that appealing to her. She seems more hands-on and technical. Will and Kate have been talking forever now, waiting for me. Weather. How did Kate get a tape with Weaver in it? She's been traveling on the river for a long time now, so I guess she's collected a lot of stuff. The on-screen title identifies this program as The History of Weather, Volume 3, Drought. Over footage of a dry riverbed, the program's narrator explains the differences between modern drought and ancient drought. The narrator proposes that modern drought may hardly be considered weather at all, since its severity and behavior are so influenced by human activity. Is that so? I didn't know that. Boring. Droughts are all influenced by human activity? Not stuff like gravity of the moon and the tides and whatnot? Okay. Alright. Science! That seems more your thing. She's turned on and off those lights like 5,000 times by now. Ooh! It looks like Will, though much younger, reclined on a sofa and taking calls. His arm, draped over the back of the couch, holds a bottle of something clear. Alcohol? People call in with stories of their encounters with the supernatural. Will offers little commentary or response. He acknowledges them. Sometimes he interrupts to clarify or repeats something back to them. Mostly, he just listens and pulls from that clear glass bottle. A handmade banner strung above the couch reads, "I believe you." What? Will? What? I don't... Whoa, what was that one? What was that one? That was kind of weird. Clear bottles, people phoning in about paranormal stuff? Trivia thing. There's a lot of tapes here. If this isn't the last iteration, I think I'm gonna get going. The words "tip of your tongue" and a phone number are occasionally superimposed on the screen. A few dozen people sit in bleachers shouting out ideas, loosely moderated by a short woman with a microphone and laser pointer. Oh, is it like a game show? Like a Family Feud sort of thing? One caller is trying to remember the name of an old friend she hasn't seen in years. It starts with a consonant. It's full of consonants, actually. There are maybe 1 or 2 vowels. It sounds long, but she doesn't remember having any trouble spelling it at any point. The friend had brown hair? It's probably not helpful. Another caller is trying to remember a verb that means to make oneself vulnerable. Something like to expose oneself, but not quite that. To become emotionally, spiritually vulnerable, like with a lover or a poem. Do we know this word? Do I know this word? Not sure. A third caller just knows there was something he was supposed to do tonight. He offers some biographical background, a narrative of his day. He's unemployed, has no real hobbies, and has already eaten. Few ideas from the bleachers. So the people on the show are trying to help the people calling in remember what was on the tip of their tongue. Hey, that's a pretty neat idea. Lordy. If you can't remember it, other people might. It's actually not a half bad idea. I like it. Yeah, last iteration. Birds again. There are so many different rooms on this ship. It looks so small above, but it's so roomy down here. The video is black. Shannon only knows it's playing because of the cicadas, and then birds from great distances, episode 81. 81! The screen isn't totally dark, of course. It's what she thinks of as video dark, video black, a deep mottled blue. Noisy with magnetic decay and the cottony limits of the camera sensors. It's the black she sees before she goes to sleep, the night black, the eyes shut against streetlights black. She has more words for it than she expected. She wonders what words a birdwatcher uses for it. She wonders where he is, relative to the camera, or where the bird is, for that matter. Episode 81 just has a black screen. No birds. Maybe he's trying to capture birds sleeping at night? Who knows? Last one. A woman sits at a card table with a lamp, notepad, and a beige multi-line telephone. A scrolling marquee reads, "Swap, shop, buy, sell, trade, or want to buy. Call the broker." What? And then a phone number repeating without pause. Swap, shop, buy, sell, trade, or want to buy. Call the I don't know how to read that line. Eddie has fresh eggs to trade for a basil plant. A dozen eggs for one plant, which is a steal. Eddie's eggs are good eggs. Sadie has a bag of fine shells. No reasonable offer will be refused. Oh, people trying to trade stuff? Christopher is looking for a scrub plane in decent shape. It doesn't have to be too nice, just something to get a tabletop, near to flat from some oak that's been air drying in a barn for 20, maybe 30 years. And while it's true, he could get the job done without it since he's got a nice heavy jack plane his grandfather used to use, he'd just as soon not fuss with grinding a camber onto it. And anyway, he has a little extra capital from a swap earlier in the week, and wouldn't mind putting it down to a decent scrub plane before the cash burns a hole through his pocket. What the heck is a scrub plane? Oh, it's not like an airplane. It's like some tool to smooth things out. What do you use a scrub plane for? A type of plane used to remove large amounts of wood from the surface of lumber, such as when eliminating cup or twist in the first stages of preparing rough stock. So like woodworking stuff? Okay. Okay. Carla is looking to trade typing services for calligraphy services or vice versa. Oh. So Carla can also trade calligraphy services for typing services? What? That's weird. The broker takes notes and switches lines, but never speaks, drunk on the hum of commerce. Fun. And I think that's it. Shannon steps away from the tapes and wipes the dust from her hands. All of those tapes seemed normal enough, except for the one with Weaver in it that was labeled question mark, question mark, question mark. Do you still want to play that instrument, Shannon? Ooh. Oh, it's the washroom. Turning the lights on and off. Oh, there's a place on this side I haven't visited yet. Beyond the video room. The boiler? Don't know. It's a quieter sort of scene. I'm sure everyone is having so much fun at the rum colony right now. Maybe I should have picked that. Oh, hey, talk to them. No, it was only a few notes. Slow and sad, like funeral music, you know? I don't remember it being sad, just simple and unburdened. Maybe that's what funeral music sounds like to me, unburdened. Oh, hello! Kate and I were just trying to remember the Mammoth song. But neither of us have heard it for years. Will just found the mechanism. In the mammoth's belly! Hidden in gritty, matted fur. Ha! It's like a big music box, a slowly spinning cylinder, covered in metal pins that pluck her dulcet guts and pump the bellows in her bowels. But some of those pins are rusted and worn away. Easy to replace if we can ever remember what the notes were. Did I hear you browsing the archive next door? Find anything good? Weaver. Yeah, that was a weird one. I found something pretty unsettling, actually. Oh dear. I don't even know what's on half of those tapes anymore. They used to all be movies and that kind of stuff. I like nature documentaries especially. Some people left home movies or little art videos they made, but that damn VCR devours anything you leave in it. It just switches into record mode at random, I think, and picks up whatever is coming in over the antenna. Of course, the only station we get down here is that WEVP, community television, you know? They've got that show with the gentleman playing banjo in his birthday suit. I'm sure you've seen it. What? A naked guy playing banjo? Okay, I haven't seen that. Oh, yes. And if there's no tape in the machine when it tries to start recording, it makes this awful sound, like putting a squeaky toy in a food processor. I can hear it above deck. Awful. That's why I put the sign up. Please do not rewind after watching. At least that way, nothing gets taped over anymore. I can fix it, but You were in one of the videos, Will. I believe you had said. Where was that taped? You had a TV show? I never knew. No. I don't believe I ever have. The title sounds familiar, but more like it's something I heard about, like secondhand information. They let anybody on there, that's the whole idea. Community television, or public access, they call it. Oh, the station? I would say it's possible that I did the show you saw and then forgot. Wouldn't be the first time. The studio. No, I can't say that I remember where the WEVP is, sorry. Yeah, remember that Will is forgetting more and more things, cause he's been on the river for too long. You should meet Dashiell. He did a lot of volunteer work for WEVP in the early days, wiring up antennas and relays, stuff like that. I think you two would have had a lot to talk about. He works at the telephone exchange. No, I'm afraid he's been let go. Oh yeah? That's odd. He still takes the ferry to work every day. I'm sure he's at the telephone exchange right now, in fact. I dropped him there a few hours ago. We're stopping at the telephone exchange again shortly to deliver their mail and pick up their trash. You should go ashore when we do. Ask for Dashiell. Okay. Wow, we are getting places. Oh my god, are we gonna be at Dogwood by the end of this? I rarely miss a chance to lounge on the beach around the rum colony, and when I do enjoy a drink, though I don't find their signature liquor suits me. But this time, I elected to stay aboard and shoot the breeze with Kate over some mineral water. Still, I heard reports. I'm just kind of assuming that this is Will talking right now. Yeah, Junebug missed an appointment. We heard about that earlier. Conway's alcohol problem. Dark corners. I heard the old man went a little deeper in his cups. Not all that surprising. He seemed to have some momentum, and Patch mixes up some pretty magnetic drinks. Not good. Oh, if we're talking about the rum colony, I should tell you about Patch. He's a bartender, general manager, creative director. I guess that means he books the music. He's pretty much run the place for the last 7 years. A lot of folks assume he owns it, but that is not the case. The rum colony is owned by a dead man named Vernon. Technically, it would be owned by the power company, Consolidated, who once bought a sizable interest from Vernon as a part of a state-sponsored investment program, but a clause in that arrangement requires them to keep their hands off the day-to-day, and most of the profits, so long as Vernon walks this earth. The upshot of all of this is that nobody came forth to identify the body. Oh. How did he die? Patch is a good guy though. Kind, trustworthy, and he mixes up a strong Mai Tai, if that's your thing. Whoa, it's so like... Oh! A door? Yes, let's get off. Clara, Kate and I stopped to do some business by telephone, so it is well then. A phone. Is it the phone that we saw in the... Ooh. Hey, everyone's here. I guess we're gonna be here for a minute. Looks like they have a few calls to make. Oh, someone's using the phone already. What are you gonna do? Yeah, that's a good question. Conway came back with a little flower wreath. Huh, I just thought I'd stretch my legs, you know, on firm ground. I didn't realize this place would be floating on barrels. Back when I was driving long hauls, that's the real big trucks now. I sometimes wouldn't leave the cab, but to pump gas. Is the call going okay here? I took my meals in there. I slept in there. I changed my socks in there, you know, the whole thing. So one time, I was hauling a bunch of big spools. Telephone wire, I think, actually. Up from California into Washington State. You know where that is? It's way out, on a map. It's kinda to the left of here, more or less. In between California and Washington, there's a place called Oregon, and you can't pump your own gas there. They have a guy who does it, called a gas jockey, and you better not even open your door, or they get all suspicious. Oh wow. That's like a luxury these days. Having someone pump your gas, gotta pay extra for that. I drove through California and into Washington, and I refueled in the middle, in Oregon. And so I didn't set foot out of my truck for a whole day. When I came out of that cab, the ground rushed up like it missed me. Gave me a big old kiss right in the chin, right here. Ooh. What I'm saying is... Hell, I forget. What am I talking about? Conway seems really happy. What was the point of what he said? It's important to take breaks. Exactly. Don't forget that, and don't say I never taught you anything. Well, guess I'll head back aboard. Might see if I can find any of the good stuff stashed in the... maybe in the spice cabinet? Maybe in the medicine cabinet. That's where it belongs. 'Cause it's a drug? Alcohol? Hell, who am I talking to? Don't listen to me, kid. I'll see you in a few. Dude, he's like... Yeah. Wow. Shannon shaking her head. He's swimming away. He just took a spot.
You have 23 new messages.
I keep hearing these noises whenever I close my eyes. It's like bells ringing. But the bells aren't metal bells or ceramic bells. They're the kind of bells like normally hear. They're like this weird. I can't even describe the material. It's just a resonance. This ringing resonance. And as soon as I open my eyes again, there's nothing.
Is this the bureau? The brick walls kind of remind me of it, and the bear. Where is this? Where's Will phoning?
I remember,
Oh!
remember driving across an old dirt road.
Remember when Shannon saw a video of a younger Will doing that show? Isn't this what we're doing right now? Except he's not the young Will anymore. He was listening to people, but he didn't comment on them much. They just kind of talked to him.
My birthday party at McDonald's in Hawaii. I got a toy that I didn't like. I broke it.
Oh, that's sad. Is that in the bat language?
Getting caught next in the jungle gym. I was crying for that small picture truck rally that my parents to take me out. Even missed it. One of those two.
People talking about their experiences?
Seriously? Whether I wear boots or sneakers, my feet always feel damp. Cold and damp.
Well, I was hoping that you'd be able to tell me why I can't sleep. It seems like it's been a long time, and it seems like it's been it's time to sleep now.
We had this in the interlude, didn't we? The man was like, tell me about your problems. Tell me about why you can't sleep. So these people are sending in messages about that.
I remember going to a house in Aroostook County, Maine. I was 2, and we were moving, and we were driving up in a white Nissan station wagon with faux wood paneling. And it was the first time that I'd seen the house that I was going to live in for the next 7 years.
Is it a kid phoning in? Playing with the phone?
Being washed in the bathroom sink.
I was just parking my car. I had to parallel park it. The street that I live on was full, but there was a... But it just got cold today for like the first time in a long time. So I had the heat on. And whenever you have the heat on in an old car, it definitely smells a certain way. It smells kind of like, it almost smells, you can like smell that it's hot, and you can feel it too, but the smell that it is like from the car itself, like from the engine. And there's been a lot of smoking going on in that car, so it's not exactly a pleasant smell, but it's definitely strong and it's definitely there. And with the windows down, you can also smell that it's cold. So you get both. And that feeling together is super familiar if you've been in old cars a lot. Anyway, I was parking and I had to go in and out about it like 3 times, but when I finally finished parking, it was like perfect. Both wheels against the curb, and that's when I had
Oh my
like
God.
the double memory. When I first learned how to drive, my mom taught me how to parallel park. She told me the story about when her dad, who was a motorcycle cop, taught her how to parallel park. And every time she parallel parked, he would take out a dime, and if he could fit the dime between the wheel of her car and the curb of the street, then she had to do it again. She didn't do that for me, but every time that I got upset about having to do it again, she would tell me that at least I didn't have to be a dime's distance away from the curb. I learned how to drive in the fall, and I got that snow a lot during that time. And I don't know when my mom learned to drive.
Some people are really succinct, and then you get people like that.
Oh, probably going to school.
They're not all messages about not being able to sleep, though. I don't know what the hell they're... This one is.
I can't sleep because the trees are scraping against my window, and it reminds me of a tongue scraping against my skin.
Whoa. That's kind of dark.
What? I'm about to cross an ocean. I worry about my dog. Can't sleep anywhere near a place. The gas is sold. Not when it's being sold, but when it's not being sold. It was tough to hold on to this thing, but yeah, my hands are pretty damp.
Oh. Is that the guy? Is that a reply to the snake thing from the interlude? Okay. Oh. So maybe this phone is somehow connected to the phone that we were playing with. We are on the Echo River.
I remember the number 10 and a flashcard with a turkey on it. It had a yellow background.
The frogs are too loud.
Not a whole lot. I guess I was walking. I was in a stroller in Treetop Park in Florida. My mother accidentally pushed me into a spider web. And I freaked out a lot. I think that's the first thing I remember.
We were sent for.
End of new messages.
Wow, that was weird. Don't you go diving in too. It's actually really cold and kind of dangerous. Did he say where he was going? Yeah, he's gonna go get alcohol. He's looking for the good stuff. Hey, this guy's leaving. I see. Still thirsty. Kate keeps some diet soda in the broom closet, but you didn't hear it from me. It's next to the bleach. Bring a flashlight. Oh, he's not looking for diet soda, though. Yeah. So, any important messages? Every single one. Every single one. All of them. Where are you headed tonight, small man? I don't know. Good for you. Whoa, kid. We met Ezra earlier tonight, and he's been very helpful. I'm hoping we can return the favor once we get back above ground. Poor kid was sleeping at the bus station, and just lost track of his folks. He'll be alright. He's more at home down here than any of us. Trust me, I have an eye for it. Kate! Thanks for calling! Oh, Summer. I hope I didn't wake you up? No, I can't really get comfortable enough to sleep anymore, except in the car. Oh, not driving. In the passenger seat, reclined. Eric drove me around the reservoir this afternoon, and I got an hour or two in. Someone watching TV in the next room? Wasn't there a video of some gray furniture? Could be this house. I couldn't get settled in bed, so I was just watching TV. Some cooking show about high-concept junk food, and everyone from my high school chemistry class was there, making cupcakes out of old bicycle parts. I think I might have dozed off a bit, actually. Honestly, this baby can come out whenever he wants. I'm completely over it. Oh, she's pregnant. I couldn't even tell. Don't rush it. Just try to get some rest. That's what Eric says. I guess it'll happen when it happens. I mean, obviously, it... Ugh. Whoa. God, the phones down here are such a mess. Hey, Kate. I really appreciate you checking in. I have your pager number, and so does Eric, just in case I'm too, distracted or whatever. Oh, when she gives birth? I'll let you go. I should try to eat something. Didn't we hear about this earlier? Munch on a bitter hedgehog cap. That should relieve some of your intestinal discomfort. Okay, thanks. Maybe I'll just chew on some mice. Talk to you soon, Kate. Hopefully. Just checking in on a client. Did I mention I'm a birth doula? Doula? Time to look it up again. There are so many words in this 1970s age that I don't know. Wait, what is a doula? Birth companion or post-birth supporter. A non-medical person who assists a woman before, during, or after birth. Oh, okay, that actually doesn't sound like a 1970s word. Ah, okay. Cool. I thought you were just a boat driver. Yeah. Wow. How does that... No, you can ask about the woman. Is everything okay? Everything's great. Sounds like she's ready. Some women just know. It's amazing. Others are caught totally by surprise. Wow, how does that fit with being a tugboat captain? Some women choose to come labor on the boat, actually. Whoa! For the rest, I have a backup, just in case I can't get back to dry land in time. I've been lucky and only had to lean on her a handful of times out of several hundred births. You'd never believe how many people are just born all the time. Your friend went back aboard? Don't worry, he doesn't know about your soda stash. You were sworn to secrecy! It's okay. I got rid of all the junk food anyway. I'm on a star thistle and grapefruit cleanse. We all leaving then? Clara. Oh. Nadia. I'm glad you phoned. I was just thinking of you. You're sitting by the phone waiting for my call? That's so nice. This place doesn't seem like America. No. I was eating an early lunch actually, and my mind was wandering. I visited the hospital yesterday. I went to visit Uncle Andreas, but they moved him, and now he's in a hospice care facility run by some old Polish nun. Poland? Everyone says it's very nice. I asked him about visiting, and they said he didn't want any visitors. He's just being stubborn. Yeah, it's typical of Andreas. I was thinking, maybe, if you came to visit, he would see you. All those afternoons, you two would go out drinking beers by the river. Don't you think it would mean a lot to him if he could say goodbye to you in person? Uncle? So is this her sister or what? Oh. He's dying. Oh, Nadia. I'd never make it back in time anyway. It's true. You're a long way from home, Clara. I suppose it can't be helped. Yeah, this is America. Who knows where this is? Oh, here's Mother at the door. We're gonna try again to see him. I hope the tour is going well. Love you. Be careful. Seems Asian-y. My sister, back home. She's very depressing to me this morning. My uncle Andreas is terminally ill and refusing visitors, and Nadia is making a stir about it. I'm sorry to hear. Are you close? Yes, but only recently. He lived abroad for most of my life. I've only met him a few years ago. My sister is older, so she knew him as a child too. So I think her respect for him is distorted by sentiment. We must always take the dying at their word. Their motivations are beyond our understanding. The older man, he's swimming back to the mammoth? No emergency, I hope? Seems like he has a sweet tooth. I know the type. Andreas always carried peppermints. Not that kind of sweet tooth. Brandon approaches. Brandon! I don't suppose any of you folks are headed past the Bureau of Reclaimed Spaces? Not on this run, but we'll be coming back this way in a few hours. Well, I may still be here then. It's no big deal. I'll just hang out and read or something until it's time to head back to work. Oh, he works there. Hey, you folks are traveling with that old guy, right? With a leg? Is he okay? You can see! Oh! I thought everyone couldn't... Actually, I don't know. I felt like people couldn't see it, but this guy can clearly see it. I saw him earlier tonight. Brandon, the janitor at the storage facility. The guy putting on the mask. That sounds like I'm calling him fat, but you know what I meant. He came by the storage facility for some files. He totally bit it on the staircase. He's okay though, right? I think so. Oh. Well, Kate doesn't know too much. I think so. I don't know him too well. He's a passenger. Cool. Hey, I guess he's well enough to swim. Well, have a good night. Or, morning almost. The last time Brandon saw Conway didn't even have the leg yet. Getting out of here. The way this chapter is set up, this act is set up, we're like missing half the story here. That right there is Radcliffe Monuments. If you ever need a headstone carved. For a loved one, I mean. Not telling you to go die. Violet Ratliff. Oh, sorry, Ratliff Monuments. Never married. Nevertheless bore 6 children. Earl, Kelly, Barb, Ron, young Earl, and Beauty. And for each birth, she locked the doors of Ratliff Monuments for only 1 day, even with young Earl, when she was in labor for 36 hours. Wow, hard-working woman. Well, that's what the folks said, and I met her, and I believe them. She had the unyielding disposition of a cliffside. None of Violet's children had any desire to go into monument making. Earl was more interested in car speakers. This was to be a lifelong passion for Earl, though cut short by bad wiring. The run of the shop fell at last to young Earl, the only Ratliff still at home when his mother finally passed at 82, and who then had the honor of engraving her headstone. He's done well, for the most part. The shop was damaged in the flood several years ago. The showcase, a mock cemetery out front, what we just saw, was mostly washed away. Stone monuments, bobbing violently in the first torrents of the flood, eventually sank and spread along the channel, bottom down river. An elongated graveyard for no human loss, visited by eyeless fish and adorned with indifferent wreaths of algae. If a few stray stones ended up at the bottom of Lake Leith, too, we'll never know. Young Earl is the last of his short line, professionally, and there's nobody around qualified to carve his monument, so he's already claimed one of those at the bottom of the river for himself. Ugh, how morbid. Maybe we don't think about it too much, but, real people have to go into the coffin making business, graveyard tending business, and I guess those are businesses that most people wouldn't want to get into, whether you believe in superstition or not. It's just kind of eerie and creepy in general, but hey, somebody's got to do it. Is that a broken house? A dock? We did stay on the boat for a long time earlier. Do we want to get off again? Shannon, Ezra, the old man, and I. Why does he not say Conway by name all the time? He just never caught it? And I stopped at the Radvansky Center to make some quick cash. Quick cash? What is this, a casino? Oh, wow. A security camera? Good morning. Bags isn't feeling well. Long night. Poor kitty. What are you watching? Security tape from last night. Daryl left the lights on again. Should we slash his tires? I'll leave a stern note on his desk. Spare the rod. What are we doing today? Right. This is weird. You know that old vending machine? The one that only has tomato juice? No. The old one they just stopped refilling. Remember? We rolled it out onto the dock last August, and some scavenger stripped it for metal in the middle of the night? Daryl cut his hand cleaning up after them, and it got infected. Remember? No. Okay, well, anyway, the rest of it ended up in the coat room until, finally, Daryl was piling it into a big bag for the trash barge to pick up, and he came across his box lost behind all the junk. Are they talking about us, retrospectively? Check it out. This looks old. Yeah, there's a bunch of videotapes and completed questionnaires. I looked up the reference number, and it's never been processed, so I guess that's what we're doing today. There's no date on it. We'll just have to make one up, unless there's some footage of a calendar or something in here. I guess these are the old tests before we started doing the video exit interviews. That's annoying. Questionnaires? Yeah, let's see. How did we do this? I'll run the tape, you interpret the questionnaire, and I'll type it up. Oh my goodness. Who is this? This is Shannon. Why the hell am I... Oh, okay. They said that we were coming here to make a quick buck, Is this some sort of like a research center? Where we can do surveys and tests and studies for money? Wow, I haven't seen that poster in a while. I think that was mine from college. Yeah, definitely. Oh, right. Daryl swapped it out in the redesign. Now it's... What's there now? Yeah, it's... That's weird. I can't picture it. I mean, I can picture the wall, and there's definitely something hung there. That's gonna bug me. Want me to go look? It's just down the hall. No, it's okay. Yeah, do your job. Stop thinking about random stuff. The modernist bookshelf with a fancy vintage turntable. So ostentatious. So Daryl. What? That was my bookshelf. Oh no! but you like grew out of it or something, right? It ended up in the lab somehow. I keep my books in a pile now. It's easier to find what I'm looking for. Never, what shelf is that book on? Only, well, it's somewhere in that pile. Pragmatic. So all the stuff in this lab, it's just the people who work here's stuff. It's not even professionally made. And when is this girl in the videotape gonna start taking the questionnaire, goddammit? It's kinda weird. They said they started doing exit interviews by video. Can I get out? No. But then how come... What are they planning on doing here? Because they're not gonna frickin' be able to zoom in and see the paper, are they? Did we lose the paper? I forgot what they said. Oh, this is... Wow. It's not... It's pretty fake. This should be some basic information in the first control test. Subject's general disposition? Jen looks over the questionnaire document from the envelope. Why are you here? Oh, they have the paper to match it with. The other passengers said we can make some quick cash by taking these tests. Pragmatic. Demographic category? That's actually pretty interesting. Hey. Wait, I wanted to know Shannon's age, because I really can't tell. Is she in her 20s, 30s? Younger than Conway, that's all I can tell. What's the first thing you remember? I remember spilled orange juice. Immigrant. Wait, why? How did she tell that? Orange juice? Is that like a poor thing or a rich thing or... Wow, I don't know. But yeah, I do think Shannon is an immigrant because... Oh, maybe she's like reading off other answers. Maybe it's not related to the orange juice. I don't know. Because her last name is Spanish, right? And it's America here, so... Do you think we should use the old categories or the new categories? Oh, right. Will the computer even still take the old ones? They're still in the menu. Okay, in that case, put in precarious. Sure. Precarious? Oh, I forgot. Name? It says Marquez on the file. Whoa. Marquez? Are you sure? Am I famous? That's what it says. Do you know her? It's more likely that they know Weaver. That can't be. No, that's not her. Did she come alone or with a group? I don't know. You should know because I just said the other people on the ferry said I could make a quick buck here. There's an extended monitoring tape here too. We could check on the dock when she showed up. I wonder who Mimi's thinking of. Ah, there's everyone else. Oh, it's... Wait, who is that? The guy in the hoodie. What? I've never seen him before. Oh, that's weird. Didn't Will say that he was always on the river? Really? He looks so damn familiar. I thought maybe he was a former intern or something. Taking people's calls but not responding. Well, he could be an intern. It's been a long time though. He has a beard and all now. He's a little old for that, right? No, I don't recognize him. Sorry. You're all deja vu this morning. It's spooky. Maybe the flow of time is a little bit weird on the river, so I wouldn't be surprised if Will was an intern. Sorry, just one of those days, I guess. No, definitely not. Oh, she's traveling with one of those creepy distillery guys. Oh, so they can see it. They can see it, but what does it signify? Alcoholism? Conway first got the leg when his leg was not doing well, and then he got it replaced. But then somehow all the distillery people were also the same way. Him? Nah, he just looks like some old drifter. Maybe you're right. It's hard to tell in this light. And when it's black and white. Does Conway even want to be here? He's probably itching for a drink already. Yeah, he's alone. What? Ha. I guess the old man is on dingy guard duty. A noble assignment. So, who was this lady? Oh, right. Well, do you remember WEVP-TV? Oh? No. Okay. It was a community television station. The Consolidated Power Company had to fund it as like a punishment for owning too much of the broadcast spectrum or something. Oh, they used to screen your videos, right? Yeah. It was like a co-op. I did some maintenance and they gave me a slot to show my work. And they had that naked banjo guy late at night. Everybody remembers this guy. Yeah, that's mainly what everyone remembers. I guess their whole mandate was community expression. He certainly was expressive. Oh, wait. Was WEVP the one that... the flood, right? Yeah. Damn. Wait, was the flood also the thing that affected the graveyard? So, Shannon Marquez. Did she have a naked banjo show too? What? No. Let me guess. Which of the following sentences best describes you? Shannon grieving. I feel like we haven't... Maybe I've missed it because everything is so subtle in Kentucky Route Zero. But what's Shannon's deal? I know she's in debt. Her house is like on the edge of getting repossessed or something. And her parents died in the mine. So maybe she's grieving for... these things? Grieving or haunted? I am haunted. Unable to forget. She had an exercise show? No, I've never heard of Shannon Marquez. It was a Weaver Marquez I knew. See? She worked at the station for a bit. And then she left on kind of weird terms, actually. Anyway, where were we? Everybody knows Weaver. Weaver's been everywhere. She was with Donald. She was with the station. We saw her at the TV place. At her house. Okay. How do we rank her from the control test? Without turning around to look, please describe the following objects. Bookshelf. I don't know, and I can't even see it from here. 4, it has 4 shelves. It is shaped like a snake. You know, this is stupid because they were talking about this earlier, talking about it being tacky, but even then I didn't get a good look at it. I think it's a snake. It reminds me of a library. Poster. It was like scribbles. I don't remember what was depicted in the poster. I have a poster in my workshop, a vintage advertisement for vacuum tubes. I remember when we were Conway, when we went to the workshop for the first time, there were ads, but I'm not sure if that was the poster, but hey. Lighting. Just kind of dim, yeah. Average, I guess. Not good at observation, is that what that means? Average, okay. Yeah, there was one lamp, but all I remembered was that it was kind of dim. That's true. What kind of test is this anyway? What are they testing for? Okay, now that I know I have to look around here. There's some fruits on the wall. How many pictures did she remember? Uh-oh. There's like a orange, apple, pear, and not sure what that one is. 2, or actually, maybe 3. What? She wrote down orange, strawberry, guava. Oh, that's a strawberry. Okay, I got 1. Guava? I think she meant the pear. See, this is why I hate this test. There's so much fruit that basically looks just like the other fruit. Oh, guava. Does a guava even look like a pear though? I don't think I've ever seen a guava. I thought they were pink. What the heck is a guava? Is that also something I don't... Oh my gosh. I think it's important that we look it up now though, because I need to know what these things are. Oh, what the hell is a guava? I don't think I've ever eaten one before. Whoa, it looks like a mini watermelon. It's red inside. What is? Oh, okay. Yeah, they're pink inside. Inside? Yeah. They're just pink on the inside. You wouldn't confuse a real guava for a real pear, but in one of Darrow's crude watercolors. But I can still clearly tell that it's a pear, even on the video. Yeah, you and I can, but we already know it's a pear. She could be remembering wrong or just identifying what, to her, is a much more likely fruit to appear in a painting, based on any number of cultural, social, geographic, you know? Oh. When I was looking up guava, it says that this is native to Mexico, Central America, and Northern South America. So if she was actually an immigrant, then that's why she would remember guava over pear. She didn't say anything in her response to help clarify? Let's see. Please describe in detail any sensations that accompany your memory of the pictures. It makes me think of being a kid. My mother gave me some mushed up guava once to cure a toothache. Not really, just some sensory memories of guava. I guess we should just skip the pictures. That's a shame. It's really hard to measure memory degradation in some of the later tests without this one being a baseline location updating scenario. This one us. What the hell are they testing for here? I've been saying we should just use photographs. Watercolor paintings already have the quality of a half-remembered dream anyway. Just like this game. Like they're inviting you to forget them, or somebody else already forgot them for you, like a mama bird feeding her chicks cotton candy. Photographs are... It's not that they're really more accurate or true, but we think they are. They put you in that mindset. They have authority. Just like this video. So yeah, out with the watercolors, I say. But then poor Daryl would have nowhere to exhibit his work. Jen! Look who it is! Oh, I miss that kitty. I forget what became of the white one. Wow, they must be looking at a video from really long ago then if they can't even remember what happened to a living animal. Her name was Coconut, and she disappeared without a trace. Easy come, easy go? I wouldn't say easy. I had to leave crack on the dock. Wait, what? I had to leave food on the dock for a week before she'd come inside. What was a Freudian slip? Wow, okay. She only stuck around for a month or two. You probably saw quite a lot of her. I remember you were working nights then. She was a nocturnal creature. That's right. I remember. Kitty, kitty, kitty. Pet the cat. Forget what's on the desk. Oh, come on, Shannon. Oh, it's looking at me. Oh, why can't I pet it? Oh, coconut. This better be cat food. Is it? What is this technology we're having here? The video is like zooming in and out. Oh! Get out of the way, Shannon. I want to see this. Wait. I don't remember this test. Oh. Did we cut this one? What's the questionnaire like? No, this is just... Sometimes, if I can't make it in for a few days, I might leave a note to feed the cats. Oh. For the test subjects? Wow. How do you know they'll do it? I read it on, university letterhead. This is so official. Jen, that is unethical. At least I don't use university property and research equipment to make weirdo video art. Very well then, I contradict myself. I wonder which is the nobler transgression. This one. Yes, I settled that question. It's nobler to feed kitties. So they're being funded by a university? Ooh. It's a new tape. No one's even administering this. Like, she's just walking in here by herself and... Whoa. Figuring all this out. Is that the video going bad? It's kind of scary. Oh, okay. This is before the CD players. So they got CD players and whatever time they're looking at this from. I hope she remembered to rewind. Okay, hang on. Would it be interesting to find out when CD players were first invented? Invented... Are we talking about portable CD players though? The first commercial compact disc was produced on August 1982. Okay, so it might be... Maybe they're looking at the video from 5 years later? Something like that? They never did. And Daryl would be in all night, rolling all these tapes back one by one in his little Walkman. He still has that thing. He says he uses it at the gym. But I think he's just too attached to his old mixtapes. He is so sentimental, Howard Daryl. These tapes have sounds from my apartment building. Did you know that? Oh, I thought it was stock sound effects from the library. Yeah, the CDs are, but when it was on tape, Daryl had me borrow a tape recorder from the music department and go collect them myself. Yeah, are these all university students? He showed me a first draft of the questionnaire. I think some of them are still in there, like... What were you thinking about immediately before listening to the tape? Would friend be Conway? That's Weaver. That's being a technician, TV repair person. I was thinking about my friend. After the tape ended, how quickly did your thoughts return to that subject? I never really stopped thinking about it. I think this makes sense too, because I think Shannon would be worried about Conway because he's being really off lately. Right. I don't really get the point of that question. I think it's just there to set a baseline for the introspection index. So while the door is opening and closing, Those are all from your apartment? Most of them, yeah. Others were from the basement. We have these rows of storage closets down there. None of them are locked or anything. It's just like this weird row of doors. Is that what the noises are? Yeah, you can hear a door squeaking every now and then. But everything else is kind of just like random stuff. They're not even marked or differentiated. You have to keep count as you go and remember which one is yours. Mine is number 8. I went down there a little tipsy once. Sunday cleaning, you know? And a few glasses of wine. Anyway, I accidentally opened number 9, and it was full of mice. Like, for a computer, I mean. Oh. They were all neatly arranged on shelves, organized by some inscrutable quality, cables tied with Velcro. The neighborhood mouse hoarder. A collector, I think. I guess he lived next door? I told Daryl we should add a question. Something like... While listening to the tape recordings of doors opening, if at any point you have any expectation or visualization about what might be on the other side of one of these doors, please write it down. Door number 9. Door number 9. I thought it might be a closet. I was just curious, I guess, since it was from my building. Like, I have a strong sense of where these doors lead just by hearing them. But is that just from my memory, or is it inherent in the sound somewhere? Well, I would guess it's the first. Interesting. We should write a grant proposal. Yes, for research. Yeah, these two people are people at university doing research, much like how Donald first was, he and his research assistants. Maybe that's how Weaver comes into play too, because she seemed to be closely related to research stuff. But then she was also at the distillery, so she's everywhere, okay? Oh, I wouldn't want to step on any toes. You know, university politics. Oh, here's another extended monitoring tape from the waiting room. Is that Will? Busy night. There he is again, sleeping. Where do I know him from? Oh! They might know him from that TV show. The I Believe You or whatever. Yeah, okay, maybe he's not an intern. It's gonna drive me up the wall. They were even talking about WEPV? WEVP? And they don't remember the show? Does he work at the university? Oh, that sounds familiar. Yeah, I think he might have worked there a long time ago. Maybe when I was an undergrad. Ah, the Paleolithic. I thought he looked a bit rugged. That's right, Jen. I went to college during the Stone Age. Oh, okay. Does that mean that maybe Mimi is the primary researcher and Jen is like her assistant? Because it seems like Mimi is older than Jen. What was your major? Fire. I don't think he was a professor. Maybe staff? It's been so long. Sometimes I wish I just barreled through, like you did, instead of taking time off before grad school. I'm sure it was the right thing to do at the time. Yeah. Or the only thing. I was such a mess. Did I ever tell you about that? My boyfriend died suddenly in my last year of college. Whoa. Oh, poor thing. It's okay. It was a long time ago, but yeah, it really shook me up back then. He was studying astronomy. We were both really into experimental music. We took a few art classes together. It's so sad. How did... Sorry, never mind. No, it's okay. That's the thing, actually. I mean, that's what shook me up about it. It was just this random accident that never should have happened, and so sudden, you never could have seen it coming. He was back... Oh my god. It's, what's his name? Charlie? He was back home, visiting his parents, and he fell off a roof. It's Lysette's son. Oh, Damn. Damn. I know what you mean. You can't predict that kind of, what do you call it? Freak accident kind of thing. My psychiatrist says that's why I'm such a pessimist. Well, I think you're remarkably upbeat, all things considered. I mean, you know, that thing with your boyfriend and the roof, but also what happened to the TV station? Acts of God. You think? No, I mean, that's what you call it. That's what you say when it's nobody's fault. Blame it on God. Where's Ezra? Ooh. The hell? Oh, look. Can you read the date? Oh, probably not. Damn, I can't read it either. It may not have even been current. I remember for a while we had a calendar up that was like years behind. I think Daryl liked the picture. What was it? Best friends. Every month there was a different pair of animals that were friends. Oh, that's adorable. I think I'm gonna be sick. You don't remember that? That weird intern brought it in from home. What was his name? Who? Oh, you remember. He was always like... I mean, we would make fun of him for... Damn, he's almost completely gone from my brain. So many interns coming and going then. I guess I didn't even bother remembering their names. Oh yeah, I get this happening at my workplace too. A lot of people coming and going all the time. Just don't remember. I wonder who was working back when this was recorded. Is there a tape of the monitoring room? Yeah, here it is. Oh, before we check that out, did she flip the calendar forward or backward? Forward, I think? Forward. Oh, weird. They usually flip it backward. Oh. Well. Okay. Ezra. And coconut. Oh, okay. Ooh! Oh! It's so stubby. There she goes. Wait. Do you think... Did she follow them out? Is that why she's... Oh my gosh. Oh, well, here's the last extended monitoring tape from the dock when they left. Did she follow us? Oh my god. See? Told you he was one of those distillery guys. I guess you were right. These other guys came to pick him up for work, maybe? I don't like how they all hang out together. It's creepy. Oh! Oh, because earlier, Brendan said it was almost morning. And then the distillery people last time, they were saying, yeah, we'll give you a day to finish your affairs, but it's been a day. Oh my god, how did they find us? We hang out together and work together. Yeah, but it's not... They're like more than coworkers. I don't know. I just get this awful feeling whenever I see them. Like I knew them once, but not anymore. Like when they make up a dead person to look like an old photograph of themselves. As far as I can remember, they were all people in debt. People not doing too well in life, maybe? Yeah, it's kind of like they are literally a shell of their former selves. Sort of familiar, sort of strange. Maybe that's why Conway is acting so weird too, because he's getting more and more distillery-fied. Yeah, exactly. There ought to be a word for that. There they are. What? The timer didn't skip ahead, but... Oh my god, the people just disappeared. Or were they there all along? Bye, kitty. They look like nice enough people. I'm sure she's very happy with them. Oh, we have another kitty on board. Yeah. So, this has been a bit of a memory trip for you, huh? I bet you didn't expect these old tapes to stir up so much. How does it feel for these people to come up again? Weaver, Marquez, and Wise Will, I mean. And what was your boyfriend's name? The one who died in college. Charlie. Yeah, it's kind of a bittersweet experience, actually. Like looking at photographs of people who've died or moved away. People that are gone. You know, I think I've shown evidently enough that I'm a little bit too young for this game. Like, the era it's set in, but somehow I can understand that feeling too. It's like these people, I can totally see how they feel nostalgic just thinking about the past. Again, the dialogue is so natural. Gone, but not forgotten. No, not forgotten. You're right.